Warrior, good news, but first, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. We are growing by leaps and bounds. We must continue. We want to get the information you are not hearing from most media out into the public. We want to help you. Our hashtag is Community Creates Change, and indeed, that is what we're doing, so join us. Thank you. You can also become a member. Less than the price of a cup of coffee, $2.99 a month, and you can follow along for our live broadcasts. Also sign up for the newsletter, lynswarriors.org. Scroll down, e-newsletter right on the side, free. I have to get our housework, as I like to call it, out of the way because it is such important information I have with you. I want to talk about something that happened that makes my heart sing. Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. Now, don't change the channel. Don't switch this off. Don't do anything because this is terrific, groundbreaking news under the Trump administration. I don't care how you slice it. Good news is good news no matter where it comes from. Understand about the Warriors. We will work with Democrats. We will work with Republicans. This work of exploitation, of education, of intervention, prevention to keep your children, your family safe really has no political label. It is bipartisan. Everybody should be able to come together and be on board with all of this, but of course they're not, but there's a lot of hope in 2025. So let me tell you about this Section 230. Section 230 has caused big tech companies to be allowed to, I don't know, kind of be a runaway train. I have to give you a little bit of history because you have to understand what I'm talking about. So in 1996, when the internet was basically born, there was something called Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, and that allowed these big tech platforms, now remember, this is almost 30 years ago, a long time ago, allowed them to act as a billboard, allowed them to act as a newsstand, that any third-party content put on any of these platforms, they can't be held responsible for. Think of a newsstand. Let's think of that. Fast forward. We all know, I don't have to list it out, about all the exploitation, about everything happening online. Wherever the kids are, so are the predators. But just yesterday on Capitol Hill, a hearing was held about sunsetting Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. Now, this is a great first step in taking this antiquated piece of legislation, this Section 230 that has been holding everything up, because every time we have something about child safety and the big tech companies come together, the argument, the lawyers, everything always is Section 230, Communications Decency Act, we are a billboard. Well, that's 30 years ago, 29 to be exact. Time to kick it to the curb. Time to have these hearings about sunsetting Section 230, coming up with new ways to put guardrails, keep kids safe without invading people's privacy. But I ask when people give me that argument, because, if you read the media, I think that's changing, but I'll leave that for another program. You'll get no supportive kind of articles or online. Well, perhaps if I didn't know better, there might be censorship, but we'll leave that for a minute. What's happening with this Section 230 is it just can't apply anymore. It just doesn't hold any water, hold any weight, whatever you want to say. Nobody's trying to steal anybody's privacy, invade anybody's privacy. We are simply trying to figure out how to have some guardrails and how to put that burden, that duty of care, on the big tech companies. Why should it be on the child, the mother, the father, the family members, when they are making the billions upon billions of our money off of us on the internet? So let's all come together. Let's share these videos. Let's talk about these videos. I will put in the body of the video, what Section 230 is. But the great news is in 2025, we are beginning to understand that this antiquated piece of Section 230, Communications Decency Act legislation, should go the way of the, something, okay? It's going to happen. A lot's going to happen in 2025. We're also looking at the reintroduction of the Kids Online Safety Act. We just had introduced yesterday COPPA, C-O-P-P-A, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, that has not been updated since 1998. Another old one out there. It is happening. Community Creates Change is our hashtag. Please honor that. Join us. And when you wake up each and every day, go out and be a warrior.